Hi, this is the monthly horoscope for Virgo for the month of March 2023. Hello, my Virgos. Show your love and support to your girl Marie by liking, subscribing, and sharing. So on March 2nd at 5:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury enters Pisces. This is in your 7th house of relationships. So you can be super critical of your partner. For some of you, when it comes to new love, you see what you want to see, but remember the person in your head is not the person in your reality. So try to be a bit more open-minded to the other person in the reality. You can start whipping out your checklist in a couple weeks because this person may not be knocking all your notches off your list at this time, and you could be reevaluating this relationship. This can be some good flirting going on, so try to remain grounded and don't read too much into certain situations. You can be romanticizing alliances, and this can be reconnecting with people from your past, people you used to work with, and you're romanticizing those relationships or old friendships. People you had a falling out with in January are coming back into your life. Saturn goes into your 7th house as well. A communication breakdown may be taking place in your marriage, and then those of you who have your Saturn return in Pisces, you could be experiencing relationship problems at this time. Perhaps that you are more involved and you tend to focus on the details and be picky about agreements at this time. For others of you, this is nullifying contracts this month and getting divorces. On the 7th at 7:40 a.m., full moon in Virgo in your 1st house, you can be accident prone because you have a T-square with the 5th, 8th, and 11th house. You can also be dealing with separation or loss, or certain situations may no longer apply in your life. Certain relationships, you can get ghosted at this time. A great time for sexual relationships or hookups with this energy, or just date. Be careful with impulsive decisions. You can have tantrums and tiaras at work, or you're not making the best decisions at this time and having your YOLO moment, and you have a stellium in your 8th house too, so you can really be accident prone at this time. So be careful with those YOLO moments as well, especially with sex. Be careful with that because 8th house deals with health issues as well, and it also deals with your sex organs. So be careful during this time period and have protective sex during this time. You do have an earth trine happening, so this could be a heavy energy time, or you can be dealing with pessimistic energy because you can be too invested in your reality. So this is a great time to be productive. You have a stellium in your 8th house. Again, you're delving into certainty. You're fearless. This is a great time for the law of attraction, or you could be using this time to work on yourself. An excellent time to start a business, form a business partnership, or business can be picking up, or you benefit through other people. Chances are the other party will give you an added boost in your career. Also, issues with marriage are going to come up. It's also a favorable time for weddings. Legal issues work favorably. New beginnings can be starting with this energy. You can be more about your social life. You can be attending parties, or visiting friends. This can be problems with relationships because you can be more about everybody else and instead of your partner, or vice versa. So relationships may already be fragile, and this could be like the catalyst for changes in love relationships. Then on the 7th, Saturn enters Pisces at 8:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have a strong sense of responsibility and justice. This is your 7th house of relationships and public dealings. You establish your future welfare and improve your career by working hard and conscientiously being about others, cooperating more at this time. But often you have problems relating to other people because you need to learn to put yourself in other people's shoes at this time because you see things as black and white with this energy here, or you could be like hypersensitive and read too much into what people think. So be careful with that. Those of you 40 and up, you could be marrying during this time period. So this year or the next 2.5 years, great indicators for marriage for those of you who are 40 and up. Or you could marry someone who is older than you, serious, mature, and career oriented. If you do marry like 40 and younger, like 39 and younger, you may have difficulties due to your lack of maturity in the relationship, okay? So you may have to do a lot of compromising and be a bit more flexible. Marriage is often based on security rather than love. Your attitude towards the opposite sex is cautious. Between realistic and unrealistic expectations in relationships, there are low maintenance, but may harbor sensitivity and fears that they avoid expressing. So be aware of that, and this could also be you too. As partners, you try to be loyal and dependable, but can sometimes withdraw and self-isolate when you are feeling hurt during this time or down. On the 16th, 6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Venus enters Taurus in your ninth house. This is also a detriment in the ninth house, but it's exalted, of course, in Taurus. You can meet someone new while traveling, or this could be a long distance relationship, or an online relationship can begin, and it can be a serious love relationship. Or this person is from a different culture or background than you. This is a great time for those of you in communications, a great time for actors, singers, or those of you in media and social media. For better or for worse, this month is all eyes on you. For better or for worse, you are drawing attention to yourself. You are standing out like a sore thumb for some reason, for better or for worse, okay? Someone at work can be obsessed with you, and not in the best sense, so they can have your name in their brain and have a difficult time taking it out. Or this ninth house normally deals with like elderly people too, so like you could find like elderly people could be nosier than usual, especially if you like deal with condo associations, or like just like community associations. You could find that, you know, the elderly could be like spying on you a little bit more, or a little bit nitpicky, you know, just like all up in your Kool-Aid, wanting to know what flavor it is, and then criticizing you for like, oh, your grass is like 5 inches like long, you need to mow your lawn. Can you mow your lawn? I'm not going to move until you mow your... That happened to me one time. I was like, well, you're going to have a fun time standing there, aren't you? I'm like, do you want me to call the ambulance so in case you get heat exhaustion, they can come pick your ass up and they could just hang out right there in my driveway? And then I like walked back in and I closed the door, and she was just like, and she stood there too. 5 hours later, you want a drink of water? You still here? You're still breathing. That's great. And then I closed the door again. I know, I could be such a bitch, but you know, don't pick on me. If I'm a hermit. I am a recluse. I really am. I'm like a hermit. You wanna come beat my ass? Look me up on my address, and there I am. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, it's like I don't move. Okay, I don't even like going out. All right, people be knocking on my door, and they'd be like, "I saw you were home." I'm like, "Okay, oh, okay, oh, so you just don't answer the door?" I'm like, no. The only person I answer the door for is the Amazon people. Hey, everybody that work at Amazon, I love y'all. Okay, that's the only time I open the damn door. Other than that, I'm going to keep that door closed. Okay, if you're not the postal service, if you're not dropping off packages, you're not the postal service, you're not the garbage man, you're not the UPS man, you're not anything that's to deliver anything to my house, I'm ignoring you, okay? So it could be like that kind of situation here where people are just all up in your Kool-Aid at this time. This could also be like people at work. You're fighting with other people at work because everybody wants to be right at this time, and you could feel like your voice is not being heard at work. If you started a new job, you could find a person doing like the pecking order because you're new. And they could be isolating you and kind of like picking on you at this time, for some of you, not all of you, okay? So I feel like, you know, if this is condo associations, then you need to be careful with condo associations, because they're going to be nitpicky with the rules and regulations, or complaining more about you with the tenant, with this energy. Then on the 19th at 12:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury enters Aries in your 8th house. So this is endings and new beginnings. Plus you got a stellium in that 8th house as well. So certain things may no longer apply in your life during this time period. Also, certain responsibilities could be catching up to you because you need to deal with those. That's why they're challenging you at this time. You need to deal with those, close it up so you can move forward. This could also be dealing with a divorce, child custody battles, child custody arrangements at this time. For some of you, you're focusing on the people outside the home. This could also be dealing with like child advocacies. If you had your child taken away from you, you could be dealing with that at this time with this energy and trying to bring back your child. So this is a beautiful time for money as well. You do benefit through other people. A beautiful time for growth with career, business picking up, benefiting through other people. This can be people quickly figuring you out, or you figuring them out. You're very observant at this time and calling situations before they happen. You have an easier time getting to the bottom of things, or you tend to point out other people's mistakes easier. And also this month you can be a whistleblower, so we can see a lot of things on the news coming up. So a lot of truth is going to be revealed at this time with this energy. Also, this is a great time for auditors. If you're an auditor, a great time for you, because you have an easier time finding money, or whatever comes up missing now, you tend to find it. Even things that you have lost a long time ago, you could find that all of a sudden they're coming back up. So like, let's say you lost your old cell phone a long time ago, or a ring a long time ago, and you didn't know where it went. Like, it absolutely went ghost. Like, you do not know, and you thought like other people stole it. Next thing you know, you finding it all of a sudden. It's like, boom, there it is. And it's like, oh. You know, so it's like, it's a great time for finding things, okay? You're all about the truth, honesty, and telling the truth at this time. So it's very difficult to pass one on you. It's very difficult to scam you at this time. You may find, and even the scammer is screwed, because you may find out where the scammer lives, the phone number, who, you know, like all this important information about the scammer, and you could be like at their house going, hello, you know? I would love to see that. On the 20th at 5:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun enters your 8th house, highlights the 8th house, takes on the overtones of Scorpio at this time. So you're very intense with this energy. The focus on health, your health care, not the best time to take risk, because you have a stellium in your 8th house. So also you got to check your chart to make sure that you don't have planets aspected there in your natal chart, because you can be accident prone. You can really hurt yourself during this time period, okay? You can break bone. So be careful with this energy. Don't have like YOLO moments. Pay attention to your body, like, because a lot of things are going to catch up with you at this time. So just be careful. You can be more focused on family outside the home and going above and beyond for family. You have tons of planets in your 8th house. So the focus this month is going to be on that 8th house energy, okay? So that deals with, like, again, child advocacy, social services. That deals with a lot of things. Court, jail, prison, okay? It deals with love. So there could be new love relationships coming into your life, and this could be like serious love relationships happening, because also you got Saturn in Pisces during this time period, and it could be with an Aries, and it can be with a Pisces, okay? So those are your choices now, but it can be. So and then, like, what else? Business. This could be a great time for growth with business. You do benefit through other people again, so you can be getting along with the people at work, or the focus could be more at work and your relationships with the people at work as well with this energy. I feel also you're fearless, you're ambitious, you're very tenacious at this time. So, you know, people at work can be jealous of you during this time period, because now you're being a bit more brazen. Now you're being a bit more aggressive when it comes to what you want. You know, you're not like going, oh, okay, well, okay. No, now you're like, okay, I've been here like 20 years now. I want to grow. All right. So it's like that. Like, you are very aggressive. For others of you, you could be working on getting a loan. This could be a move happening this month as well. You can be dealing with property matters. You could be going to court over property matters at this time with this energy. So be careful with dealing with landlord during this time period, because you can get kicked out of the house with this energy, because Venus is not well aspected at all in the 9th house, which again deals with HOH. So landlords, you're dealing with estates, home, inheritance, unexpected monies can come in at this time. A great time to delve into faith consciousness and the power of prayer. But on the flip side of that, you know, you're just really pleasure seeking at this time, because anytime Venus is not well aspected in Taurus, it's normally like love affairs. And, you know, this side, the 8th house is dealing with like promiscuous sex at this time with this energy. So again, 8th house deals with sex organs. So I would be really careful with the 8th house energy during this time period. Then on the 21st at 1:23 p.m., the new moon in Aries, a great time to get your juju, your voodoo, and your santeria on. A great time for the law of attraction, a great time to delve into certainty. Just a beautiful time to really like clear your head and then focus on your thoughts, because your thoughts really do become things. So on this day, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, like, make it a point to pick and choose your thoughts, because you're going to find, like, if you repeat certain, like, for me, I hate when this happens, and there's still I'm in 8th house in Virgo, because I'm a Pisces, and I have, like, I have interceptions everywhere. But anyways, so what happens is, like, sometimes I'll repeat somebody's name in my head, and that person will show up, and it's like, and sometimes it's people I don't even want to show up, and they'll show up, and I'm like, damn it. So I make it a point not to say their names 100 times. Like, I will give my brain something to do on that day. It's like, no, you are not coming over my house. So yes, so you need to be careful with that. There is a tendency to not get anything done on this day as well, and put things off to last minute or all this month, because the stellium in the 8th house. You may not get anything done. You may be wanting to be pleasure seeking, wanting to get lit, wanting to be about your drugs and alcohol. at this time, because when the eighth house, and especially Aries, when they are not Aries is a new soul, right? So when they're not being productive and they're not doing anything like grand or whatever or what have you, they like to delve into their pleasure seeking ways, okay? And they like to drink, they like to get lit, you know, they are sometimes drug addicts because they're looking for adventure, they're looking for fun, okay? So this could be you like not dealing with your reality for whatever reason and just delving more into your pleasure seeking ways. Not all of you, some of you, this is general. These are free astrology monthly horoscopes, so don't come for me, okay? So inheritance is indicated here. Those of you who are 40 and older, this is a productive time for you. You have a great focus at this time. You tend to see things all the way through with this energy. So those of you in your 40s going back to school or learning something new, this is a beautiful time for that because you're really throwing yourself into your work, into your schooling. So this is a great time for willpower. So whatever bad habit you want to quit or you want to work on your health, this is a great time. So if you want to work on your diet, this is a beautiful time to do it. Those of you who are 40 and younger, not the easiest time. Those of you who are in your teens and your 20s, not the easiest time for school because you're more about your social life and everything else going on in your life at this time rather than focusing on school, okay? This is a great time for saving money, paying off your debts. Other people that you have financial agreements with are more than likely to pay you back now. This is a balance between the demands of your emotional, the demands of your professional and your personal needs, and consequently you feel less stressed. You have more capable emotional detachment and therefore more able to deal with sensitive issues. You will tend to rely on traditions and habits from the past, and your relationships with older people are improved. They can give you valuable advice. This is a good time to take career issues related to real estate or agriculture for some of you. And also, side note, did you know, depends who's in your natal chart, but also the 8th house also deals with horses, equestrians. So those of you who like have stables and stuff like that, and you know, like what is that? You know, like breed your horses and stuff. That deals with 8th house too. Isn't that cool? Little side note. On March 23rd, 8:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pluto enters Aquarius in your 6th house of daily routines and pets. If you want more of Pluto in the 6th house, also check out Leo's video. I talk about it too. I think they're both kind of like really extensive. So I don't know, but it would be like a longer overview because I don't think, you know, because then when I start writing, start writing. So this is like a dissertation that I'm going to be doing right now, okay? If you want to hear the other part of it, then check out Leo's video. So for the next 20 years in the 6th house, the focus can be more towards your health issues. So careful with this energy because Pluto is going to go retrograde at first this year and go quickly back into Capricorn into the 5th house. You can have the same issues crop up for some of you. This is all working on the self, especially Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. So you may be more about health issues, your well-being, your consciousness at this time, your subconscious mind, your spirituality, holistic healing during this time period. You may even make some lifestyle changes this year or for the next 20 years, like do raw vegan diets, that kind of thing. You could also be more invested in your family and what's going on with family. For some of you, this could be visiting family that live outside the home. You can also have lessons with your giving energy. So careful how much you do for other people because when Pluto goes retrograde, you can be feeling the weight of these relationships. You can find yourself spending more time with family and wanting to be more about the home and nurturing your relationships. You can be moving in with your partner, slowing down a lot and spending time with your partner and getting to know this person. Male Virgos will be more about their financial security during this time and working. And like I said, you could check out Leo video for Pluto in the 6th house. Okay, male Virgos, because I do have a lot of male Virgos. Hey, okay, I really do. Alrighty, you can be more about your financial security and working to get ahead at work. You may also discover within your job that there's different levels going on with your career, and you may try to work on getting different certifications and licenses to help grow your business, to help grow your career. For some of my male Virgos, you can be going back to school to get a better paying job. So you're very much about your financial security at this time. For some of you, this is a time where you love being busy and you can find yourself being more of a participant in your children's lives and being more of a dad with this energy. Or if you don't even have like kids, you could be like mentoring and being more of an activist at this time with this energy to younger youth with this energy as well. Okay, so this is you being more of a participant at this time. This is transformation and regeneration, and in general with this energy, for some of you, this is a transformative time for you and how you believe your thumbprint, you want to leave your thumbprint on the world or on somebody in your life over the next 20 years. I feel like male Virgos at this time have a very strong sense of responsibilities and work ethic. It's also a great time for doctors, healers, surgeons, psychiatrists, therapists, or researchers, because you're very much more accurate with diagnosing things at this time. For some of you with Pluto, now for the general public, Pluto in the 6th house, transformation, destroying certain things may not apply in your life, so be careful with health, because certain foods are catching up with you. Certain foods may no longer apply in your life with this energy. For some of you, this is starting you could have problems getting lit at this time. You could actually be stroking out, so pay attention to your recreational use, because it could actually be like making you sick now with this energy. This could, and then the stellium in the 8th house, so you could be starting now to pay attention to health. For some of you, you can be a bit psychic, more spiritual at this time. With Pluto in retrograde, you will definitely be more invested in the law of attraction, the power of the subconscious mind during this time period, and it's going to change you as well. You're more about your hard work and your stability and commitment. You're very disciplined during this time period, and I feel like the discipline is going to come more so again when Pluto goes retrograde. Okay, you could also check out again Leos, because that was extensive as well, because a lot of my Leo clients, because in the description box below I say, you know, give me your date of birth, time, and place, and then I use it, and then I find like a lot of my subscribers and viewers are like have interceptions, are like Leo or Virgo ascendant, so their first house is shared by Leo and Virgo, and then they have interceptions between the 6th and the 7th house in the sign of Aquarius. So, you know, I just decided for sometimes for Leo, I sometimes like do the 6th and the 7th house. So check out the 6th house there for more extensive, okay? Then on the 25th at 7:45 a.m., Mars enters Cancer. This is dictating your emotional self. You can be reevaluating your relationships, especially if you feel like it's one-sided relationship. This could be whoever has to leave your life, let them leave your life. You have direct energy towards your friendships and group activities. You are a social leader and a born promoter, but you may be too pushy and demanding. If mentally alert, the energy is used for social reform. You're energetic, enthusiastic, and work hard to achieve your goals, both materially and spiritually. When Mars is afflicted, you're easily super sensitive. You cannot take constructive criticism for nothing, and you're easily frustrated. Your friends are usually masculine and aggressive and often help you achieve your goals. You must use discrimination in your choice of friends and not overemphasize your social life at this time with this energy, okay? So yeah, lots of energy going on here, and this is a great time for creative endeavors with this energy, and you're very original and mechanically inclined during this time period as well. Okay. So, I see somebody has a question. The answer is yes. It looks like there might be some on-the-job training. The 10 of Wands, you're taking on more responsibilities at this time, or to focus on your responsibilities. The 9 of Cups, my yes card to whatever question I did not answer, is yes. The Fool card brings about new beginnings, a blase energy. You could be excited by the month of March. And the 5 of Wands talks about on-the-job training. So this could be financial, more money coming in. This could be a great time for career, doing well with this energy. The Hangman card, indecisions, the answer is yes. So in the month of March, you may not do anything about this energy, and you could be plotting and sitting on your hands about certain things that you want to do, or even manifesting the things that you want to do at this time. The High Priestess card, a time for introspection Okay, and reevaluation, so you can be more to yourself in the month of March as well. For others of you, let the cards play at this time. The Ten of Cups, your perspective and outlook on life is changing. You can be taking on more responsibilities at this time. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to create memories with other people, but at the same time, you're micromanaging the situation. So try not to micromanage the situation and try to go more with the flow. Enjoy whatever process that you're going to be going through at this time with this energy. Okay, the Queen of Swords, you need to watch your emotional self during this time period. Also, you could be creating your own career path during this time period as well. You're very original in your way of thinking. Again, you're very inventive. So for some of you, you're creating your own path and you're proving other people in your life wrong. The Death card does bring about changes coming up for you this month with this energy. The Six of Swords, this is a time of moving forward and away from a situation in your life. For some of you, this could also be traveling coming up with this energy. For others of you, your perception and your outlook on life is going to be changing. You could be going through a grieving process during this time period, but eventually you'll move on from the situation and heal from it as well. So whatever grief that you've been going through, I feel like it could be like a loss or separation that you could have been going through for like a while, since like probably 2021. Okay, so, and I feel like this is going to be, I'm hearing a rebirthing for you. So you're coming out of whatever it is that you were, that you kept yourself in. I feel like some of you could be a recluse as well, and kind of like staying in your feelings, you know, being like working home. I do feel like you have a crush on somebody as well, or this is thinking of the ex as well with this energy. But at the same time, you could be moving on from that. You could be healing and stuff like that, and trying to avoid that energy. But I feel also this could change too, and you may bump into the crush or something like that. You can be dealing with a manipulative person with this energy. The Knight of Cups, blessings onto the universe. You can have options with love as well. So there could be a crush, and then there could be somebody new coming into the picture. So it's up to you what you want to do with that. I feel like you're entertaining relationships at this time. Okay, the Two of Cups, ooh, yes, you have an intense connection with this person, even a psychic connection with this person as well. So I feel that you need to trust your dreams, because you may dream of this person and this person could be coming back into your movie. The Four of Wands, I feel like for some of you here that this is dealing with tradition. You can be more focused on your marriage. You can be more focused on work and home this month as well. For others of you, this could be dealing with just like being at home, like working home, like a really quiet month, creating your own reality at this time. With this energy, this could be more money coming in for you. This could be getting a job during this time period. So this could be a really awesome time period for you. The Seven of Wands, certain things can be a bit of a process during this time period. So it can also be a frustrating time. You know, you got a lot of planets in your 8th house. So it might be but also you got planets in Cancer too, so that are in retrograde. So it may be a long while, whatever it is that you're wanting. So you may have to work hard for whatever it is that you're wanting at this time. For some of you, you are dealing with a dominating person around you as well. There could be a dominating ex around you, a dominating female at this time around you, and then somebody that you're crushing on. Okay, and this person, the dominating female, could be like still like around you or wanting to get back with you, but you could have like had enough with it. I do see you working behind the scenes at this time and making everybody else look good with this energy. I do see that for some of you, you can be dealing with a high maintenance relationship. It does not necessarily have to be a love relationship. This could also be just like people that you work with, could be a very demanding relationship. Okay, for others of you, you're being owned by your possessions, so you could have a hard time moving because of your emotional attachments, or have a hard time letting go of things. You can be money oriented at this time with this energy as well. I do hear court coming up at this time. I do see endings coming up, so it can be like a purging happening. The decisions that you make are just not going to impact you, but the other people around you as well. So there could be a divorce happening with this energy. The Temperance card, I feel like for some of you, you're taking your life a little bit more seriously at this time. You're slowing down. For some of you, this is a time of maturity and growth, okay? So you're slowing down and focusing on what is important in your life at this time. For others of you, you're taking schooling a lot more seriously at this time. For others of you, you're using this time period to work on yourself with this energy and change your consciousness. The Two of Swords, be careful of impulsive decisions, YOLO moments, okay? Take your time and think about things or talk over things with other people with this energy. I do see you dating. The Strength card, I feel like you're very courageous, you're very tenacious, and you go after what you want at this time with this energy. So for some of you, you could be fighting for your rights, or you could be fighting certain injustices that are happening at work, or dealing with HR this month because of certain things being unfair. The King of Coins, you can be dealing with somebody that's a stickler for the rules, somebody that is serious-minded and very analytical in their way of thinking, maybe another earth sign with this energy. This person could also be challenging you. You can be reconnecting with someone from your past that is a bit more serious-minded, maybe older than you as well, with this energy, a person of power, influence, I see. And also this person may have a crush on you. The Star card, yep, I feel like this person may have a crush on you. So this is like soulmate energy coming in here. So this is a beautiful time for new love, but I feel like you already know who this person is with this energy. The Three of Cups, soulmate energy. I feel like this is collaborations with this energy as well during this time period. The Knight of Swords, people are creating their boundaries. Either you're creating your boundaries with other people or you're taking it slow. I do see a reconciliation coming up. I do see new love around the corner for you with this energy. And the Two of Wands, you're more cerebral and in your head about things, so be careful with the overthinking or obsessing at this time. I feel for others of you, this is a great time to share your expertise advice, but you're definitely more quiet and to yourself. You're basically a recluse with this energy like me. Hey, alrighty. I love you, my Virgos. Show your love and support to your girl Marie by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Kisses.